Good day. My name is Christian Torres Caballas, an EFL teacher here in Thailand. To begin with, this is my English 101 subject, Advanced Methods of English Language Teaching with Professor Noel Yu. Who is Professor Noel? He is the Senior Academic Learning Consultant, International TESOL Education, an alumnus of FHI 360 U.S. Embassy Department of State, a scholar in Language Education Institute, UCLA, USA. I am truly blessed and honored to be part of Professor Noel's class. I learned a lot of things that contributed in my professional growth and development as a teacher. My learning journey. My learning journey was meaningful, challenging, fruitful, motivating, and essential. My learning takeaways with Professor Noel. Number one, my passion in teaching was again strengthened as we discuss the different language teaching principles. Number two, we define and differentiated the following terms: approaches, strategies, and methods. Number three, we did individual reporting that gave us the opportunity to showcase our capabilities and share our ideas and thoughts. Number four, the journal entries we made were all meaningful and made an impact in our lives as teachers. Number five, as we differentiate concepts like pedagogy versus andragogy, audiolingual method versus communicative language teaching, bottom-up process and top-down process of teaching, we were able to discover new knowledge and concepts as we went further in explaining its similarities and differences. Number six, importance of mind-brain education. Science of happiness in Euro ELT. Different effective brain-based teaching strategies and its elements. Number nine, maxims that can be applied in the classroom. And lastly, the concept of new normal in education. The things that I will surely treasure. Number one, all the knowledge I acquired. Number two, the experience of making 4 journal entries. Number three, the very challenging yet fulfilling examinations. Number four, the learnings I had upon hearing different life learning experiences through sharing. And number five, fun and engaging activities and strategies. So once again, this is our English 101 class with Professor Noel Yu. Thank you so much. I am Christian T. Caballas, signing off. Goodbye!
Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. By D. Angelo. One of the many things that I've learned with Prof. Noel is the passion for learning. In every session that we have, it indeed activates our brain to participate in the learning process genuinely. The adrenaline teacher Noel brought in the class is stimulating. As far as I remember, every session that we have with Prof. Noel is already a treasure. But one thing I will never forget about Prof. Noel is that how he handles or caters learners in a positive way and also ignites you in a hard yet light learning approach. Somehow it is subtle in his own way, but inspiration, encouragement, and wisdom he provides in every session is already a treasure. Thank you very much, Prof. Noel.
Hello, sir. Hi, Sir Noel. I'm really happy that I have this opportunity to make this video, to thank you and to share my learning experience with you. So I really want to commend you, sir, for making our learning fun, exciting, and you really have this positive vibes, positive attitudes towards us that we know that this is not an easy subject, but then you make sure that you make us feel that it is fun. You know, it's fun learning because of your positive vibes. So I really like that. And also, aside from teaching us the approaches, the methodologies, the strategies, there's a lot of learning that that I have learned from you. Aside from giving us a refresher, we also learned new strategies, new trends of learning, most especially now that our learning is distance learning, e-learning. So you have imparted us teaching strategies that we can use in teaching our student in this time of pandemic. And what I really like also is that you give us, you refresh us with the strategies that we can use in our practice, in our teaching practice at this time. And so I also remember that you have thought about audiolingual, linguism, communicative, cognitive approaches, mind-brain education, what else? Distance learning, and also the erasure poetry. I really like to try that in my class because I'm teaching adult learners, and we are on doing poetry lessons soon. So I think I'm gonna be trying that out. So I'm really excited about this. What I cannot forget from this learning experience is you were able to have us learn and letting us experience learning. You know, you give us the opportunity for us to research, for us to find the articles that or the topic that we are interested about. I really like that we want to learn more about that topic, and so you give us that experience and free will to really learn about that. You know, I think that's very effective in my part because I get to like really dig deep into that information, you know. I think imparting that knowledge to my classmates gives me really my understanding of what I have researched, what I have learned through that experience. So I want to thank you, sir, for giving us this opportunity that we have learned with you, and I hope that you will teach more students, and I hope that you will be my teacher again soon. Thank you, sir, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is Martha Atkinson. So here are my takeaway from Professor Yu. The first thing that I've learned from Professor Yu is that he uses different methods in approaches such as interactive approach, inductive and deductive approach, evaluation approach, or Bloom's approach. He has been a great help in teaching the mind-brain education, or MBE, and the around the world game sample was really fun, and it's very new to me, and I will never forget it. That's a big aha moment for me, which is one of the maxims that is very stimulating towards the learner, especially for me. One of the maxims that I like is happy students learn better, We all know if the students are happy, the students is happy too. We know that happiness takes students further. They tend to achieve higher in academic performance, and for more importantly, the motivation to study lasts longer. Happy student, happy teacher as well. Lastly, the inspiring experiences that he shared to us in every session that we had inspired me to be more creative and more interactive in the classroom to apply the lessons that he taught to us. Thank you and bye!
Good morning everyone, Dan is here. One of the best learning takeaways that I got from Professor Yu is about approach, methods, and strategies of teaching. As an educator, I guess I need to be very specific with this one because I need to choose what suits best for any types of learners. And then I also discovered the difference between EFL and ESL. Now I know that it talks about the proficiency of the learners. I also learned about the pedagogy and andragogy. Now I know that it refers about young learners and adult learners. But what is the best that I have learned from this class? I guess it's about the MBE or the mind-brain education. It is a combination of neuroscience, psychology, and education. Here, I have learned about the elasticity of the brain. And also here, I have discovered that I have been using a text which is merely outdated. So I have been teaching this for 3 years, using these resources every year. So now I know that it is outdated and I need to use another resources for next year. Professor Yu is very lively in teaching, and there is no dull moment during his class. Everyone is doing in their task, from homework and class participation. Professor Yu, I guess, is the perfect definition of we cannot teach what we do not have. So I guess that speaks all for Professor Yu. That's all, thank you.
Hi, I'm Shane. I'm an English teacher here in Thailand and I'm currently doing my master's. So I'm just going to share to you some of my experience, takeaways, and things that I treasure from our English 101 subject. I have had the pleasure of learning the different methods of teaching English with Prof. Noel for nearly 3 months. I would say that by far he is the best teacher I have ever had here at IAIE, and that I learned so much from him and from this class. Every lessons we had were carefully crafted by Prof. Noel so that we learn and we deeply understand the topic. Well, actually, so that we can master this subject. Because that is one of the reasons why we're taking this master's degree, right? To have a mastery of our chosen field. This was a very practical subject as well. Prof. Noel shared a lot of practical examples on how to use different methods to teach our students and how to apply the approaches in the classrooms by using a variety of techniques of language teaching. So this has made our lessons more engaging, more fun, and more interesting. Another takeaway is that we know that as language teachers, we do have to design various teaching methods out of our personal teaching experience and training. And I have already adapted some of the strategies that I learned from this subject. And I'm just really grateful to be part of this class of Prof. Noel's class. I also learned that it is difficult to say which teaching method is effective unless you really tried using it in a classroom with learners who have different needs, different personality, different cultural background, different learning styles. So I guess it is very important that you know yourself and your students, like their background and other personal factors such as emotional and psychological, because I learned that this will help you develop and select effective, suitable teaching method and teaching materials that can practically be implemented to your classroom. And since every learner is unique, sometimes we have to combine different techniques or even personalize one to suit their needs. Overall, this is an excellent, fun, and engaging class. Classes like this make me love my masters even more. The first thing that I will treasure is, of course, my overall experience from this class, especially the aha moments, because I just had so many aha moments. For example, I have no idea that I was already unconsciously using some of the teaching approaches, method, and strategies in my class. I just didn't realize it until a few months ago. Another one would be when I try to reflect after lectures, and that's when I get my aha moment. And actually, most of the time I do get them, like during discussions or during activities and games from Prof. Noel. I think these games and activities are just brilliant. They're fun, they're engaging, and they're effective. The next thing I treasure is my classmates. I have had the chance to meet different Filipino teachers around Thailand, to learn with them and to learn from them. And we kind of give each other a sense of encouragement and motivation. And of course, I have found friends in them. So thank you, classmates, and Prof. Noel. I really appreciate your patience, your understanding, and your professionalism.